Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. Well, it's been, if my memory serves me correct, almost 3 years since this Massey Ferguson 35 stopped working and I embarked on trying to find out what's going on. Why has it taken me so long? Well, most of you would know that life outside of watching YouTube is a busy existence, and I'm extremely busy in my real life. I've had some setbacks, and I've got to say, losses of enthusiasm with this project. Am I going to finish it? I don't know. Anyway, luckily I video recorded everything I've done, and I'll start uploading it soon because it might be of help to people. That's the whole idea of this. Am I doing it rightly or wrongly? Stuffed if I know. I'm not a mechanic, so if you feel the need to tell me something's wrong, tell me. So I wrongly presumed at the start that the starter motor was the problem. So I went through this exercise of taking the starter motor off and mucking around with that. Doesn't matter. I learnt something out of there. If you've missed what's been happening, the problem seems to be a seized bearing around the crankshaft that connects to the conrod in the middle cylinder. Remember, it's a 3-cylinder engine, so that's cylinder 2 if you're counting from the front. Alright, I hope somebody gets something out of these videos. I'll make an attempt to keep them short episodes, because if you're like me, you don't have much of an attention span. Let's get into it. Okay, so it's crunch time. I'm going to take the starter motor off the tractor, and my friend the whiteboard's here, so I can keep a trace of what wire disconnects from where, because as you'll see when I focus here, there's quite a few wires. I don't want to put them on wrong when we're finished. Let's get stuck into it. And I go.
Are you not showing yourself? Yes, you do.
I go, cut. Okay, I'm just going to explain the starter motor to you as I can see it there. It looks like one big piece, but I don't think it is. You've got your solenoid assembly there, and that's your actual starter motor. Some lugs there with nuts hanging off of them, and that's that big black thing is like a steel spade that connects one to the other, but when we get into the detail we'll add it onto here. So now what I do is, let's see if so I'm just going to undo these nuts. I thought they were 1/2 inch. The closest I can get is 9/16. So I'll take these two off the starter motor, and here we've got the top one. There's a few things connected to there. This is on a spade connector. Then you can't see, but underneath there is nothing connected to there that I can see. And then I can just pull all this away, and then I'll have a diagram of it on the whiteboard as a ready reckoner, so we're not left with a spaghetti junction that we don't understand. Here we go. So you can see I've taken the first two off. See, this is a whole big bunch of wires. Somebody just answered me then. And then that's just a bundle of wires, and there's two yellow ones, see, Y and Y, and they're up at the alternator. 14mm and a 5/16. So it's obscure. I've tried a lot of the metrics, sorry, the AF spanners, the imperial ones. I can't seem to make them work. And anyway, there you go. It probably won't come out, but I've labelled those two now. See, they're loose. Just a bit of sticky tape and a bit of paper. I hope that makes sense so far. So let's start at the top. So we're going to undo this nut here at the top. And what I can see there is a brown cable going into this bunch of wires and this big red power that's direct to the battery. This little one you see here, the yellow one, that's on a spade connector. That's separate. We'll talk about it then. So let's just double check. I see one brown wire and one massive red power cable going onto there. Let's do that. So this top one is 13 mil. So the one on the other side was 14, this is 13. Anyway, as I said, I've had no luck matching up these two imperial sizes. So I'll undo that, then we'll come back to it. Okay, so I've undone the nut. There it is there. And it goes in order brown, then there's a little yellow, I didn't see that. And I've put them on my diagram. And our big red cable, so they're sort of like a package. And here is that yellow spade connector, so that's done. I'll update my board. So we're all done except for this big earth braid, as I call it, which is at the bottom on the starter motor. I'll undo that now. I'm just undoing this big earth braid here, and I've got to say it was pretty loose when I got to it. I hope that that's not the crux of the problem. Surely not, but we're committed now. I'm going to test this starter motor on the bench top when we get to it. So there you go, it's all away now. So it was 14 mil, 14 mil. Yeah, and you can see what's going on here now. I'll just put the nut on there so we don't lose it. I'll just move the camera so you can have a look. There's a better view of everything. See what I mean? Between here and here, it's a hard connector. That's copper or something, I'm not sure. Let's go around a bit so you can see. Hope that all makes sense, guys. We're going with that, everybody. Let's do some explaining after I find the pointer. Here it is. So we're complete now. The red is the big thick power wire coming from the battery. 14 mil nut up the top there. The blue is just the only way I could denote a bunch of wires, and they split off here. You got three coming up, a brown and a yellow at the top, and the yellow spade connector there, all connecting to the top. Between here and here it's just that solid bit of flat metal that I think is copper there, and this bunch of blue wires. Sorry to change colour here, there's two extra going over to the alternator. I've sticky taped those together with a little sign on them so that I don't mix them up with the other yellow wires. And the black is the big thick earth braid. It comes off of the end where the starter motor mounts the engine block, and it goes into there. That was 14 mil too. There's our ready reckoning. So the next job's going to be difficult-ish. This whole starter motor bolts in this way. There's one bolt, and you can see the nut on the other side, and where the bolt comes through, that should be easy to get to. Sorry, my head's in the way. I think there's one down the bottom here that goes into the engine block, and I'll have to feel around here with a torch. I got a feeling there's a number 3 at the back. We'll see when we get to it. That'll need a really long extension bar down to here. So this one wasn't too bad. It's 18 mil is the closest I could get. You want to hold this nut to break it. And there we go through with that. Number 1 is easy, the others we'll see what happens. Okay, that's undone. I've taken the nut off. Just take note, I've put it on my diagram. That's the battery earth. cable, right? The black cable of the battery. So there you go, that pulls out. I'll put that with its nut, and that frees us there. Now look, we can see what we're actually doing. I think I've got 2 to go, I'll let you know. So just out of your view here is another bolt, but there's no nut on the end of it. It obviously screws into the engine block. And I've gone underneath here with my fingers, and it feels like a bolt head on the other side, but we'll just deal with this first, then we'll see what we're confronted with. Stand by. Okay, that was pretty easy to undo. I've just got an extension there, and as I undo it you can see the starter coming away. Hope you can follow that. I hope that I haven't obscured any. Here's what I'm looking at, the gap. I'm just going to go part way, that'll do, and I'll investigate this other suspected bolt underneath here. I'm going to have to get under the tractor. Might not be able to film that. Let's see what happens. So sorry guys, I've taken it out. I wasn't filming it because I didn't think it'd be exciting. But it was. I had someone else help me. The starter motor is heavy. I actually couldn't manage it myself because there's all these awkward angles here. So I was wrong, there was only 2 bolts in. And okay, I didn't film it because I thought it was easy, but my friend helped me.
Better to see,
yeah, I'm filming. So I was wrong, there's 2 bolts there, not 3. Let's see if the light's good. So 1, 2, and you can see in there the, I don't know, I'm an amateur, is that a flywheel or a crank wheel or a starter wheel? It matters not, but that's what the starter motor grabs and turns the engine over. So I just put a rag in there so nothing happens. That's it, it's off. Okay, so here's the starter motor. That's the back end of it, the inside that faces the engine. It's full of muck and grime. Look at that. I'll give it a clean off first. There's a cogs bit in there. What it's supposed to do is go forward and turn the engine onto that wheel I showed you. And I'm just charging the tractor battery up so it's at its optimum, because we're going to test it on the bench to see, hopefully I can find out what the fault is. Whenever that will be, this is all done in stages, probably next week. Bye for now.